right, so our last cheese is our funkiest cheese, most flavorful, and that is the amber Kunik. And the amber Kunik and the Kunik, I think that these two wheels that I have out on my board today were made on the same day, the same batch of cheese. And the thing that I find the coolest about bringing Kunik and amber Kunik to a tasting is that they really show how much of cheese isn't about the maker, but about the affinage and the care that is taken with the cheese while it's aging. Because you have the bloomy cheese, which has been sprayed with Penicillium candidum and turned and cared for in the bloomy cave. And then you've got the identical cheese, which has been washed in a combination of whey and Adirondack ale, and then whey and Adirondack bourbon, and then just washed and washed until it gets this really funky flavor. But it also, when you break the cheeses open and look at them, they're also very different from the standpoint of the interior as well, because texturally, the regular bloomy Kunik is, even though it's creamy, it's got almost kind of a fluffy component to it, whereas the amber Kunik is extremely dense, even truly dense cheese that is still creamy, and it almost has a velvety texture to it. So I love to show them off because the flavor profile is so different, but so is the textural profile. And it's, I think, really remarkable from like a scientific standpoint when you think that it's the same cheese made on the same day.
So very unusual. You know, when you think about wash drying, a lot of times, you know, you think about this intensity of it. This is a little earthy, but there's a distinct maple-ish sweetness that is incredible.
Yeah, I think that the bourbon lends that to it over time. And it does. It takes patience. There is no rushing a wash drying cheese that isn't ready yet.
The amount of flavor for this little tiny cheese is amazing. I would, you know, expect this to be, you know, a much larger cheese, but the flavor is very deep. There's a lot of layers of flavor and creaminess, and I have to say that I think that a lot of people that might have maybe not a great experience with a wash drying, trying this would be a very positive experience. There's just such a sweetness in this cheese, and you know, not overpowering. There's no, you know, negative flavors. It's not barnyardy. It doesn't have any of that. It just has a real interesting earthiness to it.
Yeah, well, thank you. And, you know, I think a lot of that too has to do with my own, I kind of have some wash drying trepidation of my own. And so I try to make it, I've really tried hard to keep the amber Kunik something that's approachable for, I don't know if I'd say the majority of people that enjoy cheese, but a greater spectrum than some of the really strong, super unctuous wash drying cheeses. And I want to thank you for doing this with all of the various people you have coming in this week and next to talk about just fantastic American artisan cheese. It's important to remember all of these folks toiling and their helpers toiling. You know, the entire our cheese plant is like a family, and we do grumble a little that we feel we're working 3 times as hard for, you know, half of the pay. But I think the true winner will be that we've been able to come up with creative ways to make more contact with each other. So I want to thank everybody for attending today. And I think that we'll all end up on the other side of this more creative and hopefully a little stronger.
I'm sure that we will. I hope that you, continue on having a prosperous time with this buildings, and you finish those and move on, and that, that you settle the pig down, and everybody gets to get together at the end of this thing and celebrate. So I want to thank you again for coming out. I want to thank everybody for showing up, and hopefully you'll see us basically 4 o'clock all through the month, American Cheese Month. Come on board, and we'll do this every single day, and bring your favorite cocktail. I am. All right.
That's fantastic. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.